And that will be the microphones unmuted right
there. I'm Legion's beard. Come scratch me. I'm itchy.
Oh, yes. Come scratch me. I'm itchy. Welcome to Amigos Co Monday / I almost reported our own channel. Don't do that on your phone.
Don't do that.
Whoa. Welcome to Monday / Tuesday Amigos Co in your face holes on the YouTube channels. Welcome, the king of the potatoes, Mr. Chris Vandal. Also, yeah, just because you had that background going on. Welcome to Legion Vapes of Northern New South Wales, in the floodingest town in Northern New South Wales of Lismore. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Mr. Chris, how are you?
I'm cold.
You cold? Oh yeah, it's you got winter in. You don't have winter. Yeah, come on now.
We do have winter. We actually got down to like 20 degrees last week, but no, it's not that cold today. But we're at that point in the weather where it's like in the morning and nighttime you need like some warm weather, warm weather clothes, and then in the afternoon you're fucking sweating it out, So
that's the worst part of the day. You can never figure out exactly how many layers to wear.
And like my nipples can't figure it out, so one's hard, one's soft, and but that's where I'm at.
Just a side note, Anthony Ramella, send me a message. Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you want, send me a message personally. We will take care of it.
Legion won't miss it. He's got 6 monitors. He's got alarms on everything, notifications set, all to on. He won't miss the thing. Yeah. Slide in them DMs,
Yes, slide in hard, slide in smooth.
Yeah,
put a smile on my face.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Steve, how are you? Are you well, sir?
I'm doing okay. Health is better. I'm feeling better. The weather is cooler. All these things work out well. Got some interesting stuff going on. We're looking at maybe renovating the house over the next 6 months or so. It's going to be a while. But as we're discussing what's going to happen and stuff, this room is like the major renovation. So I can't be here while that happens. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. I have a room downstairs that used to be my photo studio, but it used to flood a little bit. When it rained, the floor would get wet. It seems to have been fixed. I need to double check it. But I'm considering repainting that and moving back down there. So that's actually going to be kind of fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Whole little private space, not so open. No one coming to the door in the middle of streams. All that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I kind of have the business manager convinced that if I do so, there's a couple of necessary upgrades, including a new lens. Yes.
Necessary. That's not house related.
That's the most expensive part of the renovation.
Unless it's part of your Ring doorbell, that is not okay.
Yeah, we'll need telephoto lens.
We need that too. No, it's actually it's a wider lens so that I can. Yeah, you don't care. Speaking of which, lenses, photo stuff. My wife blew me away. We got a vintage lens. I think I mentioned before. I ordered some vintage lenses. It's not working out. It's been canceled. They'll refund us. And she went looking through and she found a charity op shop online place. And they had an old Russian camera with the exact lens that we were looking for on it. And she ordered it. I think it was like $69 shipped. Came in this morning. I'm still waiting on the adapters. Like, we take it off the camera, throw the camera aside. The lens is fucking mint.
Crazy.
Like unused vintage lens of high desirability. $69.
Wow. What sort of lens is it?
It's called a Helios 44. This is not the highest desirable. This is the 44M. The 44-2, as far as I know, is the one that's most desired. But it's got interesting characteristics. Like most lenses, modern lenses, crisp, clear, very clinical. You get a great image. But these old lenses, when you stop them down so the background blurs, instead of just being blurry, it swirls around. So I'm really looking forward to playing with that.
What is that called? Trippy Burka? What would that be called? That was
Swirly Bouquet.
Swirly Bouquet. That would be my rap name. Swirly Bouquet. Yeah. No, it wouldn't. Could you imagine the marketing on Swirly Bouquet? That would be outstanding.
I'm gonna downvote that.
Yeah.
Birdman, we will talk. Practica, quite possibly.
Practica. Hey, can we give a shout out to all of the people in the chat here today?
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of the fan bams are all here, and we just really appreciate it. I won't go through the names. A lot of you are regulars. A lot of you are part of the worldwide fam. I've been thinking a lot about the worldwide fam lately in this community, and I guess there's so much discussion about that. When you join a Facebook group and they ask you to answer the questions. I tell you what, some moderator of a group that I joined recently got the verbal diarrhea of me writing, "I love this community, man," and when I started, and I just had to get it out, and I was thinking about that. He would have just been like, denied, can't come into this group, but you're an emotional wreck. Big love to all of you at home, and those that continue to watch our shenanigans, and just be here for the discussion. We're just three dudes. That's basically it. And, we very much appreciate everyone being here. So there's the touchy-feely, all the feels early in the show. Get it out of the way. Perhaps we should move into a little bit of vappy stuff, because we do a bit of vappy stuff. So
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of vappy stuff.
Steam, bro. Sponsor me.
Yeah, sponsor me. Get in collaborations. Inbox me. Here we are with the buffet. We know you've done that before, Vandal. You got to come up with a new one.
Oh, I got to do the filter. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, do it.
You guys go ahead, do your thing. Ready? So I discovered this in the pre-show fucking around with Adam.
I'm very disturbed.
The e-liquid company is called Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa Incorporated. Yeah.
Did your kid die in a vat of chocolate? Vape this. It has nothing to do with what I just said.
Uncle Oompa Loompa, would you tell us what you're vapping on, my dude?
Yeah. So nothing new this week. Anarchist Orange. And by the way, TFN, cool. Mike, you guys know the green screen's all fucked up. TFN stuff's coming soon. I haven't tried it yet on this stuff. I'm waiting until they put it in a juice that I like. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to try a juice that I don't like and be like, oh, synthetic nicotine sucks, because then I'd just be every YouTube commenter. But no. Caliburn. And then I don't have it on me. I left it at work because I don't carry around mods anymore with 18 pounds of batteries. But at work, I've got my strawberry custard from Homeboy and my vape gap. Or whatever it's called.
In your Geek Vap.
Yeah, my Geek
No, that's the right way. It's in the Veep GAC. That's the one.
That sounds like a really bad rapper name on SoundCloud, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able.
Now I'm a SoundCloud rapper. Sorry, guys.
Are you taking all your material from Spotify as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the comment section of every Instagram post. Does my music suck? Tell me, please.
Don't ask, people will tell you.
Yeah.
Yes, they will. Steve, would you like to go next, sir, of Legion Vapes?
Deadly short, deadly simple. I've got the Hadron Light with the Helheim S, not the 5, it's the S on top of there. In that, I've got Franken-Atticus Peach, Pear and Peach. And I have a frog in my throat. What's going on with that? I also have the Ursa still running with the stock standard not geek vape, Helheim on top. That one has Franken-Atticus, Mandarin, and Lime. And lastly, but not least, little pod system. This is the Henya Nano Pro. Just came in the last week or so.
Look at that.
It's a tiny little thing. It's like it's kind of like a
see it?
It's a military
Is it invisible?
Coco. Yes, it's invisible.
Oh, I want it.
Okay.
That's cool. Is that camouflage?
Cena.
Actually, hold on a sec. I'll show you something.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Play the John Cena music.
John Cena. Saturday night. I don't even. Yeah. Sorry, Steve. My son was going around because he heard that clip on TikTok or something that he was watching, and he was saying like John. What was he saying? John Cena? Because he couldn't work out what it was, and he didn't know his name was John Cena. But he was like doing that for a week, and I was like, got to say his name right. Go to your room.
I'm John Seaman.
Yeah, John Seaman. Yeah. Sorry, Steve.
This little beast came in a box, and it came with this box with it. and I kind of got excited because that's kind of plain. It has panels front and back, right? You can change them. If you pull it off, you can actually see. Well, you can't see anything there. It's nothing. But this box, let me get this thing open. This massive box has one set of panels. Just think about how big this box is.
Who's the manufacturer?
If I ever get this,
How many turtles had to die for that box?
Vapeolution. Okay, this big of a box. Or 2 panels, and I wish I could focus in. You can't see them. There's a car on there.
Is that a Nissan Zismo?
It says Mobile 133 BMW Finance.
What a douche! It's a
BMW Finance. What?
And this one has another car on it. Same car, different angle. And I'm looking at these, and they just look so like early '80s kids' toy. Like,
why?
Some cyberpunkish stuff.
Like if they given me cyberpunk stuff, I would have been cool. If the box, as you can see, it's sort of anime.
It doesn't look like any of those, does it? Like,
yeah, if it looked like that, I would have been so like, okay, I'm using those. But I got like camouflage and dinky toy cars.
Now you look like those Instagrams that are like, listen to my lo-fi station.
Yeah.
Don't. I listen to a lot of lo-fi. Stop it. Yeah. But Hanya, that's the name of a Japanese mask, right? The Hanya masks. Am I saying that correctly? So, But they've gone with a BMW Financial District BMW on the panels.
I'm sure they've got a range and they just grabbed a random one to send me. But and the device is fine. And I would definitely, before I do the review, I'll check out to see what else they've got. Maybe some of them are good. But this just seems a bit... The specific one they sent me just seems so... Actually, when Chris said it, lo-fi, it just... Yeah, that whole... It's... You know those old trucker caps?
Yeah.
Like the ones we don't wear anymore with the nylon mesh at the back?
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah, I got one I usually wear, but I got a haircut.
Yeah, those things. But they have to be in blue.
We don't wear those.
Damn it!
We don't wear those. Yeah.
Whatever, Steve.
But see, yours is different. It's black. It's got to be blue with white here with like a logo dead center.
Eat it, Joe's. Yeah.
And the underneath of the visor has to be white and top has to be blue.
Right.
That's like total. That's like that's hillbilly aesthetic right there.
Hillbilly.
Literally, it's the town I grew up in. It's like so much of that.
Right. Well,
but vape's okay.
Yeah. It does look like there's something about those little devices, like a no fire button little pod banger.
Yeah.
That they always have a place in my heart because those ones are the ones that no fuss, awesome, love them. Yeah. You know, it's either that or and then full hobby. You know, like the in between stuff is what I like. Meh. But if you have a nice little pocket banger. And then all your other stuff. That's but that's just completely subjective, of course. I only have 2 devices today. Absolutely adore the what's this thing? That's the Blotto Max from Sam the Vaping Bogan and Dovpo on the Denali, of course, because I'm predictable AF. But I also have a Billabong. That's a single borrow device. Is one Billabong. And SLR with a Panda, where's the right door? Bridged V2 in there, a little Australia edition because it's got a koala on it. Because I'm so Australian, and I'm actually just rocking my own juices today, shakedown and nah, because I guess if you can't, that's right. A lot of people are still coming in chat. Big love, folks. Thanks for coming around. Yeah. I don't. Perhaps we should. We did encounter this a little bit, Chris, and I know you're going to roll your eyes at me. We were having a bit of feels talks in the pre-show. It's surprising. Everyone's got shit going on in their life, and I'm going to openly say it. There's some shit going on in my life at the moment. So I appreciate all of the engagement and the ability to be able to even say this on the World Wide Webs. Hug those people that mean shit to you and all that sort of stuff. Because time, it's Yeah.
Take the time to show the people you care about them. If I could post pictures of my butthole on Twitter, you can show some love to the people you care about online.
100%. But
Are those two things intimately related? Like, you have to do that for them to show their love?
You get more attention, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's it. And that was the motivational blah blahs. That was all I really wanted to say there. Didn't really have
Actually saw something this morning, and I can't remember exactly how it was phrased, but the basic rundown of it was that you can't change the past. The past is done. It's gone. But you can change the future, so why not start now? And I just really like that idea. It's like, you can't change the past. You can't go, you can learn from it, but don't sit and, get caught up in it and get lost in it. And then say that's what I am. That's what my life is. Like, you can change things if you start right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't start right now, well, tomorrow comes around. Well, you can start right now. And every day is your option to start again. So keep doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that idea.
100%. It's always, it can always be a clean slate. That's totally your decision.
Yeah.
And if you think you can't do it, guess what, guys? I got approved for a home loan. I did. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I worry about things. I'm being responsible.
Yeah.
If I could do it with this shit-eating mustache, you could do it too.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on with your hair, Chris.
I got a haircut.
You kind of pointy.
Yeah, the green screen's all fucked up, but yeah, so it wasn't quite as Malcolm Lee in the middle this morning, but when you work all day, I guess, if you call it a day job. No, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Why are you hating on my hair, Steve?
We all
can't look like a lollipop that fell on the carpet.
I'm not hating on your hair. I'm just asking why it's so damn pointy. And I didn't even know. I don't even know it was your hair. It could just be your head built that way.
I wasn't going to talk about it now that we're here. My dad's really a cone head. He's actually a traffic cone. And he's orange, so I think me and you are related somewhere.
Quite possibly.
Maybe a European one, because I think they're slightly different color in Europe.
And they wear the thong underwear.
That's right.
Just between you and me, my wife has the same color hair as my beard. Every now and then I look at her and go, "You my sister?"
No, Steve. No.
What are you doing, Step Legion?
Because that's kind of hot.
Yeah. I think that comedian Tosh posted something like that this morning. It was a picture of a dude who said, "If you can prove that's not my sister, then I'll stop having relations with her."
Yeah.
That guy's he's polarizing, that dude. Some people hate him, and sometimes when he's funny, he's right on the money. Yeah, 100%.
Speaking of polarizing, you're one of your favorite comedians is in big shit right now.
Who?
Chappelle. Now I say that and I can't even remember his name. Not Chappelle. That guy.
Oh no, Jimmy. What's his name? Jimmy
Buffett.
No.
Why can't I remember? Because old brain can't remember his name. I just know he's in trouble because he made jokes about gypsies and Nazis.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr, that's the guy.
But he's always been the guy that does stuff that's not. I wouldn't say poor taste, but it's on the edge. You know what I mean? But that's
some of it is far over the edge, and that's kind of
oversteps big time.
Yeah.
But also in 120% doing it on purpose to just get the reaction. He's one of those comedians. He doesn't go, "I'm just dropping in some nastiness here." He full on whole act oversteps.
I think the thing is, if you took any one of his jokes and dropped it into someone else's set, it would be it would be completely, absolutely offensive because it would come across as if that's literally how they're feeling. But he's beyond the edge from beginning to end, nonstop, and it covers all gamuts. Like, he will make fun of people, and then he'll turn it around and be like, "But I'm one of them too." That kind of joke. So.
Yeah. Well, in the context of all this cancel culture and all this stuff going on, there's some words you shouldn't say, some stuff you shouldn't say. But the thing is, if you can't make fun of the intense or the obscure situations that either humanity or people go through, then it's always negative. You got to bring some kind of positive light to it, whether or not everyone's going to be happy about it. I can't watch fucking America's Funniest Home Videos and laugh. I think that shit's boring as hell. But that's wholesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you got people with different appeals and tastes.
I was just reading a little bit of a quick article about what he's actually done. He's under fire for joking that nobody talks about the positives in reference to the the atrocities of what was going on World War II. He's actually not very sorry. He's in the hotspot quite a lot. He's apparently also done a bit of a tax dodge, But
that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
And here's another thing. Since you brought that up, everyone has a past, and everyone's done something stupid in the past. Every single one of us on this panel and in the chat. So guess what?
Yeah.
If all you're going to do is dig up dirt on people from who they used to be, you can appreciate who they are now.
That's right.
So when you guys find my butthole videos, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Unless they pay for them.
We did wonder where you got the house deposit from, but
I got the money for this haircut. This $12 haircut.
Yeah. Shit, I got to give you change. What? Truth. Yeah. I have some fairly dubious photos online of past lives, ones that I'd like to live down, but people still find. So rad.
I just want to roll back to something that I had been wanting to say before about the whole Jimmy Carr thing. So the joke was, halfway through a special, he says something about World War II, 6 million Jews were killed. No one ever talks about the amount of gypsies that were killed. Yeah, because nobody wants to talk about the positives. And then he moves on from there. And so they pulled that out. And of course, the people that are specifically Roma, they've gotten upset at that. And my thought is, so you're halfway through the special, and that's the point you get offended at. Like, he was talking about having sex with 12-year-olds, and I've decided that I don't like anal sex anymore because it's fucking shit, and stuff like literally like crossing the line all the way through, 45 minutes in. Oh, that joke's offensive.
Yeah. Is it him that was talking about the offense? He's offended that you're offended? Was that actually Jimmy Carr? He did a bit on it. Or someone did a bit on it, talking about modern day fragility, I guess. And, it doesn't matter what the subject that you're talking about, but, that was how it was. I guess I'm paraphrasing that. I'm offended that you're offended because you don't get it. Yeah.
And the thing is, Ern is saying that there's good taste and bad taste, but they're fucking joking. And the point is that, okay, so it may be to a lot of people bad taste. Don't watch.
Yeah.
Just stop watching.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
The only thing that's changed in the generations of ours, and what we've all gone through, is that now it's easier to access information and see things that you normally wouldn't see. And it takes a lot of effort for you to personally go find something that makes you mad or offends you, and take the time to go out there and let it affect you. And not saying you can say certain things, but with the fact that it's all easily accessible, none of the conversations have ever changed. They're just open now, and they're more accessible. That's all it is. These conversations have either happens behind backroom doors or in hangouts between friends or in private offices. This is always a thing, and it's not like, oh, now this is people making fun of people, or now you're attacking this, or this and that. It's always been there. It's just now you can access it easier, and a lot of people do that. It's like you see people on Instagram or Facebook, and they're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I hate you, blah, blah, take it down, or all this stuff. Do you stop? You hate, so say you're walking down the street, right, and you hate hamburgers. Do you go into a Burger King instead of just walking by it? Do you go inside and say, I can't stand hamburgers? You know what I mean? That's you taking the effort to make sure that you're putting that out there. And I think that it needs a lot of self-reflection, a lot of people to look at yourself and see why something like this makes you go out of your way to prove a point to someone that just doesn't give a shit, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making it a big deal.
There was a big thing. I don't know if Adam will remember this. It was mid 80s or late 80s, early 90s. It was Australian company here started producing and selling T-shirts, and it was the Adolf Hitler World Tour 1942.
Whoa!
And because we had tons of tour shirts in those days with all the tour dates on the back, right? So I had all the places where Hitler had invaded and the dates of when he did it, but it was in the form of a tour shirt. And this became national news. It was, they sold out of shirts. because it became so offensive to people.
Yeah.
But it was on the news. It was everywhere. There was 60-minute stories all about how this is offensive, etc. It's like, yeah, it's 50 years ago. Come on.
And now you're giving it a worldwide platform to show it to people. This is offensive. People shouldn't do this. But here, let me throw it in your face so, man, we can find more people that might like what we don't like.
Do you remember
How does
that?
that make sense?
Yeah, it's. Do you remember that brand from the mid to late '90s? Serial Killer. They did the T-shirts of all of they basically had real prints of everybody from Pulp Fiction to horror scenes to like a whole bunch of stuff. And that brand in particular, I don't know whether they did it with permission or not, but like it was real grabs of whatever somebody else's art form, and but because of the material they chose, or the content, I guess, lots of blood, lots of horror, lots of alternative lifestyle that probably wasn't very PC. They got in so much trouble, and I don't know what actually happened to that. But I remember I worked in a store that sold those T-shirts, and the people would throw down, which just made the kids want to buy it faster. It was yeah. That's all.
If your butthole is sensitive, get some cream.
Or buy it on a T-shirt.
That kind of reminds me of a joke I heard this morning. So I went to the doctor the other day, and I said, Doctor, my butthole's hurting. It's sore all the time. He said, oh, where exactly is it hurting? It says, all around the entrance. He said, I'll tell you what, as long as you keep calling it an entrance, it's going to keep hurting.
Damn. Jimmy Carr, I'm not going to say them online, but Jimmy Carr wrote two of the rudest jokes that I've ever heard. By far. No, going back to that, just overstepping the boundary. Like, by far, two rudest jokes I've ever said. Yeah. Almost lost a friend over telling one of them, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was not cool.
Was it a pedophile joke or was it a misogynist joke?
No, it was what do you call it? It was very sexist joke. Sexism. Yeah.
Sexism is wrong, and being wrong is for women.
Yeah. Neil Pitts is saying there are serial killer trading cards, reels.
Yeah. I
didn't know that. I can't watch that stuff on Netflix because that's the true horror, is that people actually go through with a lot of that stuff that they do. I can watch the fantasy. I can't watch the real stuff.
I'm more offended by all these horror story podcasts, and like not horror stories, but like where they talk about serial killers and all that stuff, and like I don't like it, so I don't listen to it. You know what I mean? But to me, that's a lot more offensive than making fun of like a dead baby, even though I don't think dead baby jokes are that funny. But you know what I mean? But like that's the thing. Find what you like, and guess what? Stick to it.
Yeah.
So, Swaggins said, jokes are jokes, 100%. Oh, until they're not. There you go. That was good timing. Thanks for setting me up, Swaggins. Yeah. Jokes are jokes until they're not. Q Karen. Yeah, she's lining up in the far queue.
Since we're on the topic of modern day fragility, there's something that's been bothering me for the longest time, and I want to kind of set this up. I've always been of the mind, and I guess this is coming as someone who grew up in the 80s when kids were, I mentioned this before, but kids were being sent off to boot camp for being punk rock or whatever, and, conversion therapy for being gay and all that stuff, which I don't like and I don't agree with. I think it's horrible. So growing up in that time, I've always had this real issue with schools overstepping their bounds. Like, you're out drinking on Friday, and you get in trouble, or no, Saturday, you get in trouble on a Saturday, and so the school suspends you. Like, as a parent, I would be down at the school like, what the fuck are you doing? That's my problem, not yours, none of your fucking business. You deal with your kids, or the kids, 9 to 4. Like, when they're on your property, fine. Road trips, band trips, school time, out of school, out of uniform, not your fucking problem. You don't even think about coming over after my kids for that. And that's been a hard line for me. Like, they don't have a right to police what is not in their time. Can we agree on that? Is that something we all kind of see is right?
Yeah. I think there's levels of that, but 100% I agree. Yeah.
So with that line, there's something I've been seeing recently, and this is a really hard thing for me to get my head around, because people being complete dicks in public and then getting fired. This is something we're seeing a lot more recently. Like, guy walks into a smoothie shop and is completely racist to the people there and yelling and screaming, and he gets filmed, he gets doxxed, and the next couple of days he ends up getting fired from his job in whatever business he's in. And I'm like, well, yeah, he's a dick. He shouldn't be allowed to be a dick. But on the other hand, what business is it of his workplace? He's not in uniform. He's not representing them. That's his own time.
But when you become famous enough that his image can be associated with your brand, I believe you should have the freedom to cut ties with people. You're not ruining that person's life, but you're not also enabling something you don't agree with in a certain aspect.
Like, I'm not saying I fall on either side. I can see some of both sides, but I'm just wondering. It's a complex issue. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing. It's not black and white.
Yeah, like if you're a cashier at the bank and you were found yelling at a protest and being offensive to those people, and it was filmed, and you went over the line, then you get fired from your job at the bank. It's like, really? Is that the right move? Is that unfair dismissal? Really? Because
surely it's a case by case thing.
Yeah.
You know, like which is unfortunate to say. You know, there's no like, oh, this is right and this is wrong. But the gravity of what people do, and I guess I don't know. There's so many other little things of it. Sifu saying there. Sorry, I just lost that. We had some kids suspended for a TikTok thing at a local school. Parents are suing. Like, that's madness, you know.
See, that's the thing. It's like, as long as the TikTok thing didn't happen in school time or on school grounds, the school is unidentifiable from that matter. I don't see any issue with that. Like, I don't think that the school should be involved.
Oh, look at Ern's putting there. Is that a Reddit thread? Bye job. I bet there's some perlers there, as we would say in Australia. Oh dear. What was I going to say? If you were a politician and you did something rowdy like that, I mean, you know, the media cannot wait for you to mess up, you know. But you also
you're also representing constituents.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And when you're a politician, if you're in public, you're working. Like, you are representative all the time, and I can see, like, you know, some people don't agree with it, but I can see that if you are an actor in a franchise and you go on Twitter and you start, you know, bad-mouthing Jews or you know, defending Nazis or being completely anti-trans people, that maybe they might want to remove you.
Well, you're fucking the bottom line at that point because you're alienating a part of an audience.
Yeah, I mean, you're imagine you're a Marvel actor and you're like one of the three major talents on this ongoing thing, Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers or whatever. Not even thinking of anyone specific, but yeah.
It's here's my thing with stuff like that, and celebrity-wise, you're allowed to have your opinions and things like that, but a lot of times stuff like that, if it doesn't necessarily portray into the context of it being a fruitful conversation on things, you know, keep it between you and your circle. You know what I mean? A lot of things that you say don't necessarily need to be out there from you. You can feel a certain way about things, and then people are like, oh, my freedom, my freedom. It's like, you're free to have those thoughts and say those things, but you're not free from the repercussions of it. It's like, we have this big issue in the United States, the right to free speech. The right to free speech doesn't mean you can say whatever you want without consequence. It means that the government can let you say whatever you want. Your private employer doesn't apply to them. It applies to the government. It doesn't apply to Facebook. It doesn't apply to Twitter. It doesn't apply to Instagram. Those are private entities. And people don't know the difference between it because they just believe, oh, this is a God-given right. No, it's fucking not. I mean, if you're going to say something, be prepared to accept the backlash of what you say.
Yeah.
If you really believe it, then take your lickings with, you know, some fucking pride, if you really believe it. But by the way, we have a handsome gentleman right here.
Mr. Malone.
I think he's muted. You're muted, sir.
You're muted, but you're looking as horny as ever.
He didn't say he would talk. He said he'd join.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. He's going to do what Malone does. He's just going to sit there looking sexy and ominous.
Hi, Vape Malone.
Hello. Thanks for having me on, Jen.
Of course,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
was just saying that we missed having you on the channel.
And then you joined chat, and I was like,
I know. I was like eating dinner, and I had the stream up, and I was just wanted to stop by and tell y'all I loved you.
Thank you so much.
And then I was pretty sure it was Vandal. Like, come on the show, man.
Yeah. If it's got typos in it or things are all caps, it's always Vandal.
I kind of figured it just if
it's
seems
got
like
one
somebody
typo, it's
angry
me.
and yelling. It's
Yeah.
It's usually Vandal.
If it sounds like it would be pronounced better in an English accent, it's definitely Adam.
Right?
Torture sauce.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah,
I can't
You have to
even
do that
bother
voice.
with you.
yeah. Run along. They always say that one. Run along.
Run along. Oh, that's funny.
Where are you? How have you been? And what's going on, man?
So I live in Crestwell, Oregon. I think the last time I was on here was I'm still been in the same place. So, I actually just got a new job. So, I'll be like switching hours here pretty soon. But like right now I'm 8 to 5 kinda, but that's all about to change, and then days off are going to change. I got an IT position with Waker. So
Nice.
Nice, man.
been wanting to do like IT stuff for a really long time, and finally going to get the opportunity. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I have zero IT experience as a profession. It's like I know nerdy stuff, right? I know the Googles, you know. If I don't know how to fix it, you just Google it, right? But
Did you say that in the interview?
You're hired.
there was a part in the interview where I did say that.
And
And
I
they were
bet they
like-
were highly impressed with your resourcefulness.
They were too. They
He
were
knows
like,
how to find answers.
what
Hire
we
this
do.
guy.
They were all
We
the
do.
people interviewing you were the people on Facebook, like, oh, what's 3 plus 3? And it's like, Google.
Yeah.
Google. And they're like, God damn, this guy's got it figured out, you son of a bitch. Like,
My brain just went to Google Inception. They ask him a question. He's like, "Hold one, please, a second," and he's
Googles
googling how to sort something out. That would be outstanding. And I got the job.
I actually saw a video the other day. It was a guy doing a Zoom call, and that was his job interview because, COVID and stuff. And he accidentally switched his camera around. So instead of sending his camera, he was sharing his desktop.
Oh.
And it was an IT job. And it was like a high level IT job. As the guy was asking him questions, he was Googling the answers. And no racism here, but it was a fully Indian environment on both sides. And the guy was just sitting there going, I can see your screen. You're looking up the answers. And the other guy's like, what? No, I'm not. I know that I went to university to study this. He's like, no, I can see your screen. You're looking up the answers.
Yeah.
I think we terminate. Click. It's like,
Busted.
that's got to be the worst thing of all.
So I did have, like I had to do like a virtual interview or whatever, but I have like, I'm already working there. So I have like the camera set up and all that stuff, to be virtual or whatever. And I made like a cheat sheet because like you can find like in our own resources, like what questions they're going to ask you. Not all of them, of course, but you get the gist of it, right? So I like made this like cheat sheet of like, and like studied real hard the night before and like just like totally like wrote out some answers that I wanted to give. And I was like, there's no way they're not going to hire me, man. I got this. I'm going to nail it.
they didn't ask you any of those questions.
No. And then there was some questions on there that I was like, man, I hope they don't ask this one because I have no clue what I'm going to say. And then those were the questions that they asked me. So I had to like scramble in the interview like, oh, shit.
You get
Sorry, my connection.
Yeah. We can just hear this.
See, this is what Zoom needs. It needs a freeze button.
Yeah.
So you can just like freeze your connection, and so you can't be seen, and you just are frozen for a second. So you can do something like pick your nose or quickly look something up or whatever. You can still hear them, but someone should make a plugin for Zoom that does that. I think it'd probably be the most popular download for Zoom of all time.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh, I need to change my background. Okay. Well, I'll play with this. You guys chat amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah, that's why we brought you on, so you can play with Zoom. Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. I'll leave it on the glowing, halo effect that I have around my horns.
Yeah, it does. It makes your hairs look very, very, very fluffy.
Horns
Yeah,
from
it makes
heaven,
them look a lot fuller than they actually are too, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, getting old.
He's
is
using the
rough.
filter.
The hair
actually
pull
shaved his
filter.
Sifu says there also for those times when you're not wearing pants. I think that would be a very high percentage of working from home Zoom meetings.
100%.
Track pants.
The amount of people walking around their house with a suit, tie, jacket, boxer shorts, pair of slippers on, nothing between. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a post the other day. It's like an office had people wear what they would wear in their Zoom meetings when they went back to the office, and they all had suit jackets and shirts and ties, and then half of them were wearing like jorts or like fucking underwear, as their bottoms and stuff like that.
Straight up, dude.
You guys
I've
have
invested heavily in
no
sweats.
idea how often I'm not wearing much down
No,
here.
we know that. We know that.
Yeah.
We're aware.
That's not
You
news,
can tell
dude.
because I'll be like, I've got to answer the door.
Nailed it.
You're like,
I'm back
Steve, your
in.
beard dropped.
Just keeping everything safe.
Suarug has asked Sifu in the chat, do you Zoom with no pants on? And I think the real question is, do you actually Zoom with pants on?
Yeah, I think that's the better question.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
I'd
you
have to
notice, I
agree
never
with
stand-
Sifu. He says, I don't work from home, but I think kilts should be more socially acceptable. I 100% agree, but I actually
agree.
realized the other day exactly why they're not. Because if all men wore kilts, we'd all be pissing everywhere. It's just so simple.
Yeah.
You just go up into a wall, just lift it up.
Yep.
I do that anyways with a zipper.
Yeah, but you got to do shit to it. You don't have to unbutton, unzip, man. You just lift up and go.
But you only got to do it once if you're drinking, and then everyone thinks you're just being funny. But instead, you just forgot to zip it up.
I was wearing some baggy old shorts. They're just sleep shorts the other day. And I went to the bathroom, and I was feeling really lazy. Instead of doing anything, I just pulled one leg to the side, into the bowl.
Who are you animals? What are you talking
I am
about?
An animal. And as I walked away, I just realized, wait a minute. This is why guys don't get to wear skirts or kilts or anything like that anymore. Like we used to. Greek people used to do it. It just used to be Macedonian, Scots. But I think, the women forced us to actually split them in half, sew them up, just so we'd be a little bit more proper in public. Otherwise, we'd just be pissing everywhere.
Didn't the
Also,
Greeks,
that's that whole
they
thing.
had those leather ones, right? Those ones, the leather slacks or whatever, right? They were like pleated, right?
That's all I remember is that they used to chew garlic as gum on their big marches, so you could smell the armada coming.
Bro, I would have left. I'm like, hey, y'all win. I'm done. You smell your stinky ass breath across this field.
Yeah.
I'm done. They probably just killed people from breathing on them. They're just like, hey, smell my armpit.
Sifu, I actually just gave away mine because I got too fat for it. But yeah, tactical kilt, it's a thing.
Your kilt?
My tactical kilt was beautiful. It's all black.
Wow. I'm Googling that right now. That's out of control.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Wow.
There's
I used to run around town with that all the time.
Is this current
There's
fashion?
a couple people here in Eugene, in Oregon, that wear kilts on a regular basis.
Yeah.
There's a huge LARP community in
It's
Eugene
their
too.
heritage,
I know because my friend is out there doing that stuff. But the closest I ever get to kilts is the shirts from 2 years ago when I was really fat and my shirts were really big. So now I just wear those and hopefully it hangs low enough to cover it when I answer the Uber Eats at the door.
That's not a skirt. That's a mini dress.
Yeah,
Just put a belt around the middle.
it's a onesie, but with no bottom.
Yeah.
Chris, Vandal, sorry, I should use your proper name.
Wow, what are you, my mom?
Yeah, Christopher Vandal. What happened to you? Like, where did all of you go?
I started actually doing stuff, and I don't drink really anymore. So yeah, since everyone's been asking about my skincare routine, no, honestly, just been a lot more active. A lot of less drinking, and just going out more. Not like out like to hang out around people, but like exploring nature, walking around. Honestly, I don't lift weights or any of that stuff. I just walk around a lot. And
Wow.
I also
all you
I
gotta
don't
do,
quite eat as much. Yeah, it's a little bit of effort goes a long way. But yeah, it helped out a lot. And then also when I got that beef jerky job, when I got laid off from local before I went back, I for the first month I thought I'd be cold there, so I wore a sweater and an undershirt and another shirt, and then they always made me wear this thick ass smock kind of jacket thing. And so for my first month there, all I did was sweat out 18,000 calories running a beef jerky packing machine. You know what I mean? So that definitely
All the
helped
beef
boost
jerky
it.
smelled like beer.
I never am gonna eat beef jerky again.
Four Loko. Why does this beef jerky taste like Four Loko?
I just ate beef jerky, and now I want to start a business with somebody I just met.
That's right. I forgot about that job. Yeah, that was. But you went headfirst into it as well, so you were probably your BPMs were 30 more than what it would have been.
Oh yeah,
as well.
My Apple Watch is you've been lazy since you haven't worked there, you fat bitch. I'm like, no, I just have a normal life now.
Yeah,
that's funny. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You're still fat, so.
Yeah, but you're beautiful. You're luscious.
I'm not as much as I used to be back in the day in the old vape happy days and stuff like that, but.
Well, it's all right. Puff Labs got shut down, so you don't have to be sad anymore.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to peel at scabs.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Are you wearing pants right now, though? I think that's what we're all wondering.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got sweats on. Got some sweats, some nice Pumas
Sweatpants
that I got at
season.
Costco. I'm a real fancy
Casco. Oh.
real fancy
Casco.
bitch. Whenever I go into Costco now, I'm like, hey babe, I'm gonna take a stop over in the sweat section. See what new sweats they got out this month. That's you
trying them out,
work
you're
from home, bro. You got
These are
the
really
most legit
elastic.
sweat selection ever. I'm super picky about my sweats too, man. I got this one pair, and they're not all made equal, bro.
No, they are not.
So I wear a large, right? Normally in sweats, so I can have them a little bit baggy, but they fit right. And I got a pair of large Pumas, and it's Costco, right? So you don't you can't try that shit on in the store. I mean, you can, but
you
are probably gonna look funny, but
better in Walmart.
Anyways. Yeah, Walmart totally more appropriate. You can just try that shit on in the aisle. But anyways, I got these pair of sweats, and I shit you not, man. These things said large on the tag, on the stickers, and they fit like a woman's large. Like my poor little fat legs were all it was you ever seen a ham, in Christmas
Yoga
with the
pant
fishnets, over it? That's what it felt like. It just wasn't fishnets. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
Christmas dinner.
And my dumb ass, I decided to try and wear them. So I'm like, man, my ass looks good in these sweats. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I've cut the blood circulation in my calves, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, so this is what women go through. They can't fit in this shit, but it makes their ass look good, so they keep it. And then, so I still got those sweats.
I'm not sure if you've seen on the tag, sometimes W means women's, just in case you're
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean wide.
No, it doesn't.
I thought I meant wiener.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just wondering, are you sure they were sweats and not yoga pants?
I think Anthony is actually right. I think it was a China large, to be honest, because they were in the men's section. But
a
what
schmedium.
is a man these days?
A schmedium.
I gotta say, I miss going to Costco, turning up and just getting that cart and saying, I need to get some mayonnaise. Should I get 38 jars of large, or should I just get the wholesale bucket? It's okay.
The
Bucket every time.
Bucket,
every time. Yeah.
We used to live about 2 blocks,
there
so
a-
it was so easy to grab stuff. And yeah, you buy everything in bulk. It's every month it's okay, so mayonnaise for the next year, and the next month it's okay, so hot dogs for the next year. We'll just stick them in the freezer. And after that, it's like ketchup. We're going to buy it by the barrel. Just as long as you time things by the month, you could just have your entire house would just be like buckets and containers of food.
I can just imagine Legion walking around with a hot dog that you cooked in the microwave into a jar of mayonnaise.
Well, yeah.
like a glazed bear claw or something.
Yeah, how'd you think I got fat?
Just take some little bread and mayo, just dip the whole, go to the bakery aisle and just get one of those giant French loaves and
yeah, put it in the middle. It's like a charcuterie board.
My niece used to come home from school and she's like, I want a snack. I was like, okay. And I was home and everyone else I was like, oh, help yourself. And she'd go into the kitchen. She'd throw 2 pieces of bologna side by side into the microwave, cook them until they were like sizzling hot, ketchup on top, roll them up. That was her snack.
No.
Delicious.
No.
Delicious.
Microwave bologna and ketchup.
You never grew up poor if you don't enjoy some microwave fried bologna.
yeah, that's a fact.
I've got 2 things. One is a question: how many of you eat from the the cafe thing that they have at Costco? And 2, my very first Costco experience was couldn't believe the size of the jars and all that sort of stuff. And was walking down one of the aisles. This is in Hawaii on one of the Navy bases that my mum took me to. Costco was on the base. And I come past the aisle, and it was actually the mayonnaise aisle, and there was a dude, a very, very large dude, big-boned person, let's just call it that, standing in the aisle by himself with a jar open, eating the mayonnaise with his finger.
Oh.
And I was like,
free sample.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
And you just know that he left it open,
American.
but someone else who worked there came along and went tap, 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 tap. Okay, put it back on the shelf.
Yep. 10% off.
Yeah.
Even it out.
Yep.
So it doesn't look like it's got a hole in the middle.
So do you all eat it at Costco when you go to Costco? Do you have a piece of pizza?
Oh yeah.
Costco pizza is probably the best thing in the world.
And their hot dogs are pretty good too, man. Like I'm not a huge hot dog kind of guy, but man, like I don't know what they cook it in, but it's good.
They never had cooked food at Costco when I went there. They just had very large containers of everything.
Yeah. Well, now you can go buy like a 5-gallon tub of mayonnaise and then go get a $2 slice of pizza and dip it in the tub of mayonnaise if you'd like.
Well, that sounds
Proud to be an
perfect.
American.
That sounds perfect to me.
Or the chicken bake. Just take the chicken bake and dump it in the mayonnaise bucket.
Oh.
When
Chicken salad.
Adam, what room are you in? Is that your office or
That's the
your
kung fu
dojo?
room.
Yeah, well, this is the my dojo. Yes.
Well, I mean, you can have a dojo, right?
Yeah, the dojo. No, the
It'd just be
dojo is
your
on the
little area.
on
That's your dojo.
on the east wing by the Zen garden is my dojo, and no, this is a spare room in the house that has kind of turned into to the office. The room that
Nice.
my wife tells me to please open the windows because it smells like dude. So
So it's your dojo.
yes, it's my dude Joe.
Your dojo.
Dude is code for
Joe.
balls.
It's
Dude Joe.
yeah, it's called a dude Joe. I just put that in chat.
Dude
That's
Joe.
it. Yeah.
How long is your headset cord, Adam?
Well, it's kind of wrapped up. It's not super long.
Can you reach the couch?
No.
I want to see what you look like sitting on the couch.
It looks very far away,
All right,
but
I'll
also
take-
very close at the same time.
I'm going to regret doing this, but I will do it.
It's
Hey,
Hey,
It's for the
Anthony,
science.
screenshot this. Anthony,
science.
screenshot this for me, please. I want to make a casting couch meme out of this. Ooh, look at him.
There it is. When
That's how he watches Baby Shark doo-doo with the baby or the kid.
That couch is one of those. It's made by a company that makes the mattresses in a box. By far the most. It's a bed, but it's a couch. It's a bed couch bed, but very very
The
comfortable.
couch pulls out, but you don't.
Yeah, it's been bequeathed to many of the North American vape community fam. This is Chateau Breezetones when they come to Australia.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's we have a 5-star rating on what do you call it? Airbnb.
when you go to the hotel and they make your bed and they put the little mint or a chocolate on your pillow.
Yeah.
Do you put coils?
No, it's cat hair and half an eaten apple from my son. That's pretty much everything that's on that.
That's even better.
I'd order a turn down service every night if you got foils on the phone. Turn down service.
Can you imagine
please.
like the best bed and breakfast? It's like you come down in the morning, you're all tired, you've been up all night, and there's the Breezetones buffet bar where he will install and re-wick for you every morning.
Yeah.
And probably make you the best damn cup of coffee you ever had.
Oh hell yeah!
In a British accent.
They're apparently opening the borders. It's either today or tomorrow for international borders, for international visitors. So you'll soon find this on Airbnb. It's very cheap.
Air breeze and breeze.
Yep, bees and tones. They're definitely just you can't vape tobacco liquid in the house. Unfortunately, that's the only fine print. Yeah,
The only fine print.
the only fine print. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, but I say it has been promised to a few people, so you'll have to check the schedule when you come into Australia.
I did just make a new juice. I vaped a shit ton of it already, but it's a newer recipe that I made. So before they stopped selling nicotine, I bought like 2 gallons of nicotine because I was like, okay, I see where this is headed. So I bought like 2 gallons of it, and it's shoved in my fridge. My wife probably hates that I keep, nicotine in the fridge, but whatever. We only have one fridge. Where am I supposed to keep it? You know what I mean?
Buy another fridge from Costco.
It comes with a free jar of mayonnaise.
And a chicken salad. Yeah.
Addy Tooney, what's up, man? So it's like a Zeppola flavor. It uses the flavor art Zeppola. I don't know if you're familiar with that flavor, but that's like the main. Super good.
Nice.
Super good. It's like a cereal and Zeppola kind of like with some berries on top. Cream.
I'm glad that I don't DIY anymore because I think Zeppola would go in every single thing that I made. I'd be trying to find somewhere to put fried dough in there every single time.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the crazy part is I've literally never owned the flavor before. I've really just never come across anything or any flavors like that. Because I've just never made anything like that before. But I found this recipe that looked really good and decided to give it a shot. And I think I'm going to buy at least like a 60 ml bottle of it because I think it's going to start going in everything.
Yeah. I still maintain that your cornbread, dude, was the best one I've ever had.
Thanks, man. Actually, I haven't. It's been like a couple months since I whipped some of that stuff up.
Yeah.
But I do the... in honor of the Legion, they call it the Legion cornbread. Don't know if you knew that I named the juice after you, but now you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it cornbread and mayonnaise?
No.
I tasted that.
We make all these jokes, but here's the thing. I haven't had mayonnaise in like 2.5 years. I haven't had bacon in 2 years. I'm not allowed to drink anymore. And as of this month, I'm no longer allowed to eat bananas. So the only place I get flavor from is e-liquid. My food is just so
would ban
bland.
bananas?
Yeah. Why can't you eat a banana?
Where's the banana
Because potassium is counterindicated with my meds.
Oh no!
Blood pressure meds. So
Is there enough potassium in a banana to actually cause mischief? Wow.
yeah.
There's a lot.
I always thought it might have
actually
been because
in
of the way
banana.
you eat it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I'm man
You guys
enough.
take a bite out of your banana, or you just eat it in one bite?
I slowly wear it down.
I didn't. That would have been such a better answer if there was no hand motion. The fact that you had to physically show us as well was.
I just wanted to make sure you got the point. I'm man enough,
You got Adam wanting to
and
peel
hopefully
out.
my banana
get it?
is too.
Yeah. Oh, is that the time? Oh,
Looks
damn.
like the time.
Yeah.
Time's run out.
Yeah. Oh wait, my phone just went off.
Time to-
Hello. Yeah.
Time to go, isn't it?
Important phone call. Hold on. I have to take this. Sorry.
Yeah. Damn. Bananas are superfood, but I can see.
That's why I've got
yeah.
banana in this, and I
Yeah.
got banana in this because I can't have it any other way.
Yeah. Banana.
Fun
See
fact.
what the vape
So-
community is doing? It's helping people get bananas when they can't.
Yes.
Exactly. So, fun fact, the banana flavoring is what like a real banana should taste like. So when people say like I don't like that Runts banana flavor, fun fact, that's actually what bananas used to taste like.
Yeah. I think we've had a big conversation, I think, about that before, and I didn't know that as well. It was very, very interesting. And even there's a couple of banana e-liquids from the past that I absolutely adored, which are they are banana as a primary, the primary flavor, but they are so unlike bananas. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tasty, though.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, that cornbread e-liquid, it has maple syrup in it, so that's why I call it the cornbread.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like it's like that one that you tried, Adam, but the difference is I use that maple syrup and a caramel in it, and in place of just I guess in addition to, because I think you had the like original cornbread flavor that I did.
I think you sent me two. Yeah, you sent me the just cornbread, and then there was the other one that was the kind of doctored cornbread. There was I'm going blank. It wasn't peach or something, was it?
No, it was the other one that I make because
that was a while ago.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was a banana one. It may have been, or some. It was something like that, something different. But I haven't really made that one in a long time. I usually make the regular one and the one with the maple syrup and caramel.
So are you full DIYing all of your own liquids, or do you still buy stuff?
I haven't bought any liquid. I don't even know how long. I haven't even been to any of the vape shops out here. There's only a few of them in town, but town's like 20 minutes away. So,
yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
and you're honing your skills. It's cool, man.
Yeah, but yeah, there's you know what? If I was gonna buy one flavor, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of good flavors out there, but I think the one that I would buy right away is some lemon tart by Dinner Lady. I've tried to replicate that juice, and I just cannot get close to it. And I love that juice so much.
Put a Yankee candle, scented candle in your vape. There you go. There's Dinner Lady. But that's my opinion.
Damn.
Such a hater.
Wow. That's the original one, isn't it? That's their OG liquid.
That's the
lemon tart.
moneymaker, yeah.
The moneymaker.
Yeah, that's the one they sold tons of, but it was still, I think, one of their best flavors that they made. It was just like perfect lemon flavor.
I liked it. It was quite nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
don't know why. That's the one that I love. I don't know why. I feel like they nailed it.
I'm sure everyone's got their own like one particular recipe that just gets them right in the feels that might shock a few people. There's no doubt. I was just thinking of mine then, but everyone's probably got one that's a guilty pleasure,
Yeah, what's it in chat? In chat, what do you guys have to say? If you could only buy, one flavor for like a whole 2 months, what would it be?
Good question. Yeah, that's
pretty much what you've been vaping for the last 3 months anyway.
Longer. Oh no! And what was it before then? Was it
a pink?
Yeah.
Lemonade.
The pink, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good flavor though, for sure.
Yeah. If it doesn't rot my teeth, I don't
bakery
want it.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm branching out into desserts for for myself. Dwayne gave me his new one, Homeboy, whatever you want to call him. He gave me his new dessert. I wasn't a fan of the blueberry custard, but I like the strawberry, the custard. And I'm not a big fan of normally strawberry stuff, so I'm going out there and trying different stuff. But we got some good ones in chat. Dave Lloyd says pound cake. Swaggin says mango. And, the Homeboy mango, yeah, maybe for me personally. Strawberry custard from Dennis Michael. So it's a good mix.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of cookie e-liquids as my guilty pleasure as well. Cookies, they can be a little dirty, but they're very tasty if they get the recipe right.
You know why? It's the flavor art cookie.
Really?
The flavor art, yeah. Is it flavor art? I don't know. I had it on my flavorings like right over there, but it's the Biscotto cookie FA, I believe. They use it in pretty much every cookie flavor because it's like the perfect balance, and then you put like a little bit of Capella sugar cookie in there and get the bright, the bright note, like a sugar, straight sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Ham and cheese croissant.
Oh yes, you missed that. Steve was vaping that for weeks. He was.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I'm glad it got brought up again.
Yeah.
Steve was vaping ham and cheese flavored e-liquid for a good couple months.
It needed more ham. It was good,
And he judged his niece for frying.
More ham.
Malone. Just to get back to your lemon situation, Frames has just put into chat there the LCBC from Uncle Chris. That's Overdrip, another excellent e-liquid creator. That lemon is pretty outstanding too. Yeah.
I haven't tried that one.
Yeah.
From UC Testing Grounds, might have to give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, but e-liquids. It would be interesting. Oh, sorry, Vandal. But that would be interesting. Somebody who's been a major DIYer for such a long time to come back and taste some of these, a little more contemporary e-liquids. I think that'd be very interesting. I'd like to see it. I think you'd be very impressed.
Yeah, you know what? Another thing too is over time, like I've reduced the amount of like sweetener in my juice. Like I think I only do like 0.3 in all my juices now. Like it used to be at like 0.5, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But I've like just slowly reduced it down so I could like taste more of the flavors and just get less of that like artificial sweetener taste.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, like from vaping more like mainstream e-liquids, I had to kind of like wean myself off of it because you get like really used to it.
Yeah, it does. But you're absolutely right. When you do vape some sweet stuff and then you go back to something that's not sweet, you're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. It's tart, bitter, and just like where's the flavor?
Yeah.
But the flavor's actually there. You're just so used to that like that blast of like sugar or sweetness.
We need to get Malone on some of that Frankentones.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Wait, what? That's the stuff that you were collabing with, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He's got like 8 flavors now.
Wait, what? Damn.
No.
Wait, hold up. Hold up.
It's the tomato and Vegemite that I like the best.
I thought you were going to say Vegeta. Do you guys have that stuff? It's that European seasoning, Vegeta, which is like freeze-dried vegetable juice. Very,
in
very
that Dragon Ball
savory.
Z TV show?
That's what I was going to say. It's also a character in Dragon Ball Z. It's over 9,000 milligrams.
Oh dear.
No, that wasn't serious. Everybody, don't clip that or anything.
You know what we need is a good V8 e-liquid.
Oh no, yuck.
Yeah.
Like motor oil?
No, like the vegetable.
Yeah.
Vegetable
like
and fruit
V8.
juice.
I was like, wait, like
Or if you're Canadian, Clamato, which is V8 with clam juice.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
I mean, it's good with beer.
Yeah.
But
Is it or is that just a thing that people do to go, look, I'm wild. I'm putting clam juice in my beer.
Don't people make Bloody Marys out of it? Isn't that the intended situation? Clamato Bloody Marys? Yeah.
Yeah. If you're really basic, but you can get like spicy ones for Bloody Marys. Like Zip Zap is one of them. It's really good. But if you're gonna make a Bloody Mary, don't use Clamato unless you gotta like work in the next 4 hours or something. You know what I mean? It's not that good. I mean, that's my opinion.
You just offended all the Canadians. They're like, oh, Clamato, it's.
No, I mean, like if you do a Caesar, right? Because that's a Caesar. That's totally different.
Anthony Romello, like tomatoes and sadness. Damn. Awesome.
So where do people in the U.S. get that e-liquid though?
UCTestinggrounds.com is the closest to you.
UC Testing Grounds?
Yes. Yeah. And make sure you get yourself some of Chris's custards as well. Or even there's a few people in chat that are got a little bit of some serious business going on. Mr. Sifu there is also a highly accomplished situation that you might want to get in touch with. Yeah. Mr. Sifu mustache.
Oh, Sifu.
Yes.
Sifu stash.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Pitts.
Yeah.
I will not be vaping haggis e-liquid. No. Edinburgh
Haggis.
Rock e-liquid I would go for.
Haggis is actually really tasty.
It is, but I just don't want to vape it.
Yeah, no, you don't. No.
Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. But
Anthony Romella, can you offend Canadians? Yes, but you'll never know. We'll just apologize twice as much.
Fact.
And then go get some tacos after hitting Timmy's.
I live pretty close to Canada now, so
Yeah, you
I
are.
can attest.
Yeah. Awesome.
Still haven't been though. Need to go up to BC someday.
Yeah, do it.
Probably
You can pay
summertime.
twice as
It'll be
much
really
for
nice.
everything. Because
I know, right?
yeah,
It's just that type of town.
yes, it's beautiful, but it's expensive.
Yes.
Yeah,
So expensive there.
I mean, that's what they're doing here in Oregon and California too. They're just trying to tax everybody to death. So, you know, I don't know if you all have heard about that, but like the taxes and stuff in like California in general. Like, I bought my mom something online, and it was like it listed out all the different taxes that I had to pay to like buy something for her, and because she lives in California, and it was like there was a state tax, there was a county tax, there was a shipping tax, it was like 5 taxes, and it added up to like $10, and it was just like, are we serious right now?
Everyone's
you
dipping
guys
their
have to
fingers
pay
in.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, don't like I lived there for a really long time. I'm like, don't you tax them enough? And like, and A and B, where's all this money going? Because your roads still suck ass.
They still haven't extended the freeway from California to here, the 15 or whatever. So when you're driving, I know that you probably know this because you lived out here in the same city as me. But like, you know how it's like 8 lanes, and then when you go to California, it's like 2 lanes.
2, yeah. Like 2 lanes.
Why is
And
there
the
so
road
much
is like-
traffic?
You know, as soon as you cross the state line too, because you're like,
Yeah, it turns into the music video for
Calif.
the California Love music video with Tupac and fucking like Dr. Dre and all that. It's what it turns into. It's like Mad Max, Wild Wild West. You got shootouts and everything.
Like I wasn't aware that this car was a jalopy until I drove on a California road.
Folks, we have kind of come to that time, the end of the show. I think all of us would be it's so good to see you, Mr. Malone. Glad to hear things are going well and progressing.
Yeah.
Come back sometime. Come back and bless us with your horns, if you know what I mean.
Feel horny.
Yeah. Fellas, we would like to wrap it up. Has anyone like to go with upcoming news for the week?
I'll go first. All right, cool. Steve's going to be on every day. I did it for him. No. We'll be back for the Friday Fallout this week, and against the better advice of literally everyone, we're going to have a drinking show. So we're going to get drunk on the show and have drinking games and stuff, because if you don't watch the Friday Fallout, just a heads up, I have this thing where we call it long story short time, where I just explain stuff too much like I am right now, and you have to drink while we do that, but instead I will be partaking. So it's gonna be a video that we're probably gonna take off of public view after the fact. But other than that, that's all I got.
Steve.
Usual shit. Just the usual shit.
Yeah. Steve's on lots. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Mr. Malone, I'm sure. Well, you got a new job. How about that? You got a new job, dude.
Good.
That's amazing. Amazing stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't believe they let me get that job. But here we are.
Also, I can see the
Their
porn
call,
in
not
the-
mine. You know.
I can see the porn tab in your reflection of your glasses.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Damn, you can see quite a bit of a reflection in mine too. Yeah, that's
Right.
That's
No, I just wanted to say thanks for having me on. Thanks
Oh.
for extending the invite. Appreciate being here. Love you all. Love everybody in the chat, and everybody's doing great things here. So follow Breeze Tones and engage with his Instagram, and I guess you can watch Legion's videos. I don't know.
I was about
I'm
to
just
say that
kidding.
you're an OG amigo and you're always welcome back, but after that, I don't know.
yeah.
Well, if you want to watch like now the most, the person with the most beautiful beard in this panel right here, go to the
Thank
Legion
you.
channel.
Or me today. Yeah, I got a little bit of
Oh,
yeah. How about that?
Salt and
That's a
pepper is
bit,
here.
Bit of stubble there.
Rowdy
You guys
over
can't-
here. Yeah.
I'm glad the lighting isn't good because you can start to see the little salt crystals come out in my mustache. So,
You got to embrace the gray.
Hate getting old, man. It sucks.
Awesome. Big love to everyone. Thank you to home. Thank you at home for tuning in to Amigos Co Monday/Tuesday. Like, subscribe, smash the living business out of that like button before you leave. Thank you very much. We will see you again very, very shortly. Mr. Malone, Mr. Steve, Mr. Chris. Good evening. Good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.